All right, you guys, how we doing today? We're gonna do a little wander around Mr. Malio's house and look for art supplies. Obviously, we're gonna have to do things a little bit differently, given that some of you don't have access to the same materials that we would have at school. But my hope is that by kind of showing you some creative ideas that I had as far as materials, maybe it'll help you guys with some ideas about how to handle things too. So we're just gonna wander around my house a little bit. I've got a little jar of like pens, pencils, all this kind of, fun stuff. Obviously, drawing is going to be a big part of like what we're doing at home. So those will be some good things to kind of take stock of right away. I'm going to give you guys a survey. And so in that survey, just kind of note any sort of drawing materials that you guys might have. So again, those might be pens, pencils, markers, I don't know, what else do I have in here? I got some Sharpies, I've got, I don't know, some wood pencils, I've got all sorts of like random fun stuff. So anyways, that's what I'm looking for as far as drawing tools. If you have marker sets and color pencils and crayons and all those sorts of things, that's awesome too. So just try to, I don't know, think about as many of that kind of thing as you can. Second sort of thing, so what are we going to actually draw on? So some of you might actually have paper at home, and that's great. If you have any sort of paper, like we'll start with that. But there's also a lot of other stuff we can draw on. It doesn't have to just be paper. So I was like thinking about it, like what's under my sink? Like what do I have for like, I don't know, just like random stuff. I don't know, some of you might have stuff like this, so like paper bags from like Woodman's or whatever. That's paper. So we can definitely be using stuff like that. I also have like my recyclables bag here. Let's see what kind of fun stuff Mr. Malio's got in here. So like I've got like some cardboard. I've also got like cans and stuff. Art one, any cans or that sort of stuff, maybe hang on to those things for a little bit. They might come in handy, okay? Some other stuff that I was thinking about, so like magazines, back over here in my stack, I've got a bunch of like cookie magazines and like just some like random like kind of junk mail-y kind of stuff. Like keep your junk mail, all right? This stuff right here, like this is all like just random stuff, all right? That's paper, all right? We can definitely draw on that. It doesn't matter if it's pink or white or some other weird color, but just sort of hang on to some of that. That might be some good things to use, okay? What else do I got? So if we go out in the garage here, scan my garage real quick. This is where my garage is. Okay, this is my recycling bin. It's a little dark in here, but again, I've got more like random cardboard, paper, easy stuff to draw on. Okay, so again, just kind of think creatively and keep some of that stuff around. And that should kind of be, I don't know, easier for us to use later on if you kind of stockpile some of it. Let's go down to the basement. What do we got going on here? Would you guess that I would have some bicycles in my basement? Okay, so I was thinking about this too. If you have wrapping paper, so I don't know if any of you guys have like a pile like this. I've got a bunch of like wrapping paper in bags, and I'm gonna drop all this stuff all over the floor. But anyways, if you've got stuff like this around your house, we'll be able to use that for different projects. So again, think creatively about what supplies you have. Just kind of wandering over here. Got like some random like boxes. Like I've got shoe boxes and like some other cardboard and stuff like that. I don't know, this whole bag is like full of paper. I mean, obviously like I'm an art teacher, so I probably think about some of this stuff more than the average person. I've also got like tons of just like, I don't know, like what do I got down here? I've got some paint and I've got some like other kind of random stuff. Again, art teacher, I got supplies around, but you guys probably have more supplies than what you probably are thinking about. So anyways, just kind of think about, I'll shut off this light here. Think about the stuff you might have around. Think about things that you might be able to use for projects. Start to stockpile that stuff. If you got some paper, like I said, junk mail or magazines, stuff like that, just kind of keep that stuff around and hopefully we'll like use it. So, yeah, first little video. Let's go.